Hey guys, Dean of DVD, and time to do my top 5 movies of the 1990s, from 1990 to 1999. Here's some great contenders. Certainly Fargo by the Coen brothers, a great movie, up for Academy Award, and a lot of people thought it was one of the best movies of the decade. Siskel and Ebert said 2 thumbs way up on it. Certainly a great movie. Not in my personal top 5, but I think it's a great movie. But that's not in my personal top 5. Another great movie that I think deserved a lot of accolades and won the Academy Award is Forrest Gump. And I think this is a great movie. Certainly won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor. Love Forrest Gump, but not in my personal top 5. It's in my somewhere in there, but not in my top 5. So that's out. Love Dances with Wolves, and it's probably not too far from my top 5, but it's not in my top 5. Kevin Costner did a great job starring and directing this one. It certainly won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, but in 1990. But this one's probably just misses my top 5. Although this is a pretty good movie. Might have to rethink that one. I'll get back to you on this one. That's a pretty good movie, though. Another one, Terrence Malick made The Thin Red Line. Great movie. Great war movie. It's pretty close to my top 5, but not in my top 5. Again, now I haven't seen this next movie, but from everything I've read about it, it probably will be in my top 5 once I watch it. And that is, Three Colors, Blue, White, and Red by Krzysztof Kieslowski. Certainly made a lot of people's, each one of these made top 10 in a lot of people's estimations for those years. So I haven't watched this one yet, but don't be surprised if this one enters my top 10 or my top 5 after I've seen them. It's a great looking package. Just picked it up. Have not had a chance to see them yet. I did pop them in to see what they look like. They look astonishingly good. So I'm really looking forward to watching Three Colors, but that's not in my top 5 yet either. And Blade Runner, great sci-fi movie. Harrison Ford. This is the final cut, but just a great movie. Excellent direction on this. It's just it's a masterpiece of science fiction. You can see you've got Ridley Scott's commentary on this thing and so on. A little blurry there, but certainly Blade Runner, great movie. Not in my top 5, and another great movie that's probably not in my top 5. Well, we're gonna keep this one out. Dance with Wolves just misses. The more I thought about it, the more I might want to put it in there. But if it misses, it doesn't miss by much. Okay, guys, it's right there. I loved this movie by Kevin Costner. So, but we'll go with another one that he's in that I do enjoy. I don't think it's as great of a movie as Dances with Wolves, or great of an achievement, but it's really an interesting movie. It holds my interest for the entire time, even though I've seen it multiple times. When it's on, I'll watch it. It's just one of these, for me, a very rewatchable movie, very quotable movie. I think Costner does a great job, and I think he was impassioned by it, by this one. This is the Digi book. JFK, Oliver Stone's. It's controversial. I think he took some liberties here and there, but stellar cast. Just a great reenactment of, obviously, a tragedy in our nation's history, and maybe that's part of why I liked it. It's it's got some historical value, I suppose. It's got some actual footage and so on. So I just like this movie, and it makes my personal 5, although it almost got knocked out just now by Dances with Wolves when I thought about it. But I'm still going to keep this one in my top 5. Next up, an odd movie called Magnolia. I don't have this on Blu-ray. I'm not even sure it is on Blu-ray, but I like the DVD package that I've got here, so I've held on to it. It's really nice package. It's an odd movie. It's a lot of different things kind of coming together, a lot of different people's lives, a lot of different storylines that all kind of intermix and interweave. It certainly was up for quite a lot of different, Golden Globe winner, Golden Bear Award. I thought that was for golf. Toronto Film Critics Award. National Board of Review Awards, Chicago Film Critics Awards, and so on and so forth. Over top 10 list for 1999. You can see some of the stars in here: Tom Cruise, Melinda Dillon, Philip Seymour Hoffman, William Macy, Alfred Molina, Julianne Moore, John C. Reilly, Jason Robards. It's got a pretty darn good cast in this thing. It's just a strange movie. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. Makes my top 5 for the 1990s. Magnolia. It's the only truly weird one, I think, in the top 5. Although you could argue that, I guess. Malcolm X. Denzel Washington, Spike Lee film. You know, I don't know. I don't think Denzel Washington's ever been any better than in Malcolm X. To me, he embodied the character. And I learned a lot watching this one. This is a great package, by the way. Another digibook. Great acting all the way around. Spike Lee, of course, was I think passionate about this film. Perhaps more than maybe most others he's done, except for maybe Do the Right Thing. But this is just a classic movie. Another one just similar to JFK, historical. Great acting, well written, well directed. Malcolm X, Denzel Washington, makes my top 5 at number 3. Number 2 is just a classic, isn't it? Martin Scorsese, Goodfellas, Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci. Not in order. Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. You got one of them right. This is a digibook. Kind of partial to those in case you haven't noticed. It's got an extra disc on Public Enemies. And the actual disc is back here in the back. Some digibook goodness here. I love the digibooks. You get a lot of extra information with them. This one's no exception. A lot of good stuff here. Lorraine Bracco's in this. Just saw her name there. Great movie. The cast did an extraordinary job. It's funny. It's tragic. It's dramatic. It's got murder. It's got action. It's got everything you could want in it. It's Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese. He really knows how to capture the grit and grime of mob guys. This is the 20th anniversary edition. Real happy to have that in the collection. That's number 2 for me out of the 1990s. And then if you've seen too many of my other videos, you might be able to guess at my number 1 from the 1990s. It, to me, is a classic. Love it. Never really get tired of watching it. It is The Shawshank Redemption. Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. I think it should have won the Academy Award the year it was up for. I think Forrest Gump won. That's another movie that's pretty good. That won the Academy Award, but this one I think was a better movie and should have won it. There's a lot of, go through the Academy, there's a lot of stories like that. But for me, Shawshank Redemption, narrated by Morgan Freeman, starring Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, was just an outstanding movie. And for me, it's the number 1 movie made in the decade of 1990 to 2000. You can see commentary by director Frank Darabont. This is based on a Stephen King short story or novella, I guess, short novel, which was Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption. So based on that book comes this movie. And I just love it. So I think that's the number 1 movie for me. So what are your top 5? Do you agree with mine? Do you disagree? What I leave out? I left out Pulp Fiction, I know that, which I also think is a great movie and should be up there. I left out Terminator 2. Oh, there's a lot of movies I left out. What did I leave out that you would have put on your top 5, guys? Take care.